Delicious and Dungeon and Frieren have revived the fantasy genre. Two modern examples of how to develop proper world building. Both anime knew how to give small glimpses into the world, giving viewers just a taste of what to expect. Both anime could be perceived as having slow starts, but just needed time to simmer. Not everything needs to be rushed and have a narrator explain everything within the first few episodes. Instead, they let the characters take center stage and build the world through their lived experiences. Now with Frieren, the world building was done with a mixture of flashbacks and Frieren's revisiting places he went with her old party, while Delicious and Dungeon went a different route and built the world through the lens of food. Some people might assume that Delicious and Dungeon is all about cooking. You aren't wrong, there's so many layers that need to be peeled back first. It's more of a deep dive on dungeon exploration and the many reasons people choose to explore a dungeon. Some do it for money, like my boy Chilchuck, others for fame, some for revenge, and some are just curious about monsters. Yes, Lyos, I am looking at you. While everyone has their own reasons for dungeon exploration, it is all masterfully done, step by step through the setup of the world. The world is so deep, and we are getting just a small taste. The dungeon is a melting pot of all the different people and monsters, and I love how we get a small view into each of their perspectives. Some species like the orcs just want to survive, while the elves want to conquer the dungeon. There's even different variations of humans, such as the tall men and half-foot. The world is so massive, we get to see just a small glimpse through the use of dungeons. You might think from watching the first few episodes that it is a lighthearted anime. There are so many serious moments and times where people get killed in the most gruesome ways. I won't forget how Dragon Fallen crushed that poor lady. Definitely wasn't looking at anything else. Jokes aside, Delicious and Dungeon raised the bar of what to expect in a fantasy anime and took us on a culinary journey with twists and turns at every corner. Now you might be wondering why Frieren is the top rated anime on Mal. Well, you came to the right place. Similar to Delicious and Dungeon, it has amazing world building and it also does a great job of pulling on your heartstrings. It's a story all about an elf who has lived for thousands of years. When you live such a long life, a couple hundred years seem trivial and 10 years seem like just another day. She decides to continue her journey alone after they defeat the Demon King and thinks back often of those fond memories. And the series does not hide that it will focus on some tough questions in life, such as purpose and our own mortality. What makes Frieren such a great fantasy anime is how profound the characters are. It feels like I am traveling the lands for Frieren because of how great of a job they do with showing the world and creating beautiful environments. It's funny that both of these anime are labeled as boring and slow because they aren't your typical shonen with crazy fight scenes. What makes a great anime isn't how high budget your fight scenes are or shoving fan service down our necks, but building a world that the viewers feel immersed into and creating characters we can root for. Both Delicious and Dungeon and Frieren set the bar of what a fantasy anime should be. Not someone reincarnating into a world or trying to become the greatest of all time, but grabbing the viewer's curiosity and never letting go.